Have you ever felt like a fraud? You might be sitting in a meeting or starting a new job. Everyone around you seems so smart and capable, but you have a secret fear. You worry that someone will discover you don't belong there. This feeling has a name. It is called imposter syndrome. It is the quiet, nagging thought that you are not as good as people think. You believe your success is just luck. You think you have fooled everyone into believing you are competent. This feeling is like a shadow that follows you. Even when you achieve great things, it whispers doubts in your ear, making it hard to enjoy your accomplishments. This experience is incredibly common. So many people feel this way. It does not matter if you are a student, a CEO, or an artist. The feeling can affect anyone. Studies show that a large number of people, maybe even 70%, will feel like an imposter at some point in their lives. You are not alone in this feeling. It is a shared human experience. This feeling often appears during times of transition. Maybe you got a promotion, or you started a new project. These new challenges can make the voice of self-doubt grow louder. It is important to remember that feeling this way does not mean it is true. The core of imposter syndrome is a deep-seated belief that you are not worthy of your own success. You might look at your diploma on the wall. You might see a list of your achievements, but you feel disconnected from them. It is as if someone else earned them. You tell yourself, I was just in the right place at the right time. Or, they must have made a mistake when they hired me. These thoughts dismiss your hard work. They ignore your skills. They rob you of the joy and pride you deserve to feel. This internal conflict can be exhausting, as you constantly try to live up to an impossible standard you've set for yourself. It is crucial to understand that imposter syndrome is not a reflection of your actual abilities. It is a distortion of your perception. It is a story you tell yourself, but it is not the truth. The truth is that you have worked hard, you have learned, you have grown, you have earned your place. Recognizing that this feeling is just a feeling and not a fact is the very first step toward breaking free. It's about separating what you feel from what is real. The journey to overcoming this shadow begins with a simple acknowledgement. You see the shadow, you name it, and then you can start to step into the light. How do you know if you are experiencing imposter syndrome? There are several common signs. One of the biggest signs is perfectionism. You might feel that every single task you do has to be absolutely flawless. You believe that one small mistake will expose you as a fraud. This pressure can lead to a lot of anxiety and stress. You might spend hours checking your work over and over again. You delay finishing projects because you fear they are not good enough. This quest for perfection is not about doing great work. It is about trying to hide your perceived inadequacies. Another common behavior is downplaying your accomplishments. When someone gives you a compliment, what is your first reaction? Do you say, "Oh, it was nothing," or "anyone could have done it"? If so, you might be pushing away recognition. People with imposter syndrome find it very difficult to accept praise. They believe they do not deserve it, so they attribute their success to outside factors. They might say it was just good luck, or they might say they had a lot of help. They deflect the credit because deep down they do not believe it belongs to them. This habit reinforces the feeling that they are not truly capable. Overworking is another telltale sign. You might feel the need to work much harder and longer than your colleagues. You do this to make up for your supposed lack of talent or intelligence. You think that if you put in more hours, no one will notice that you don't know what you are doing. This can lead to burnout. You are constantly trying to prove yourself. You are running on a treadmill of anxiety, always afraid of falling behind. This relentless effort is not driven by passion. It is driven by fear. The fear of being found out is a powerful yet draining motivator. Finally, a strong fear of failure can paralyze you. You might avoid new challenges or opportunities. The thought of not succeeding is so terrifying that you would rather not try at all. You see failure not as a chance to learn, but as confirmation of your deepest fears. You think, if I fail at this, everyone will finally see that I'm not good enough. This fear limits your potential. It keeps you inside your comfort zone. Recognizing these signs in yourself is a powerful step. It helps you see that these behaviors are not who you are. They are simply patterns you can change. Once you recognize the signs, you can start to take action. The first step is simple. Start tracking your successes. Get a notebook or create a document on your computer. Call it your success file or brag book. Every time you accomplish something, write it down. It does not matter how big or small it is. Did you finish a difficult report? Write it down. Did you get positive feedback from a colleague? Write it down. Did you learn a new skill? Write it down. When you feel self-doubt creeping in, open this file. Read through your list of achievements. This gives you concrete evidence to fight back against the feeling that you are a fraud. Another powerful strategy is to share your feelings. You might think you are the only one who feels this way, but you are not. Talk to a trusted friend, a family member, or a mentor. Tell them about your fears of being found out. You will likely be surprised by their response. Many will tell you they have felt the same way. This conversation does two things. First, it breaks your isolation. You realize you are not alone. Second, it normalizes the experience. Hearing that someone you respect also feels like an imposter can make your own feelings seem less scary and more manageable. You must also learn to accept compliments gracefully. The next time someone praises your work, resist the urge to dismiss it. Take a deep breath. Look them in the eye, and simply say, "Thank you." You don't need to add anything else. You don't need to explain why it wasn't a big deal. Just accept the praise. This might feel uncomfortable at first, but it is like building a muscle. The more you do it, the easier it becomes. Each time you accept a compliment, you are retraining your brain. You are teaching it to internalize positive feedback and believe in your own value. Finally, stop comparing yourself to others. In the age of social media, this is harder than ever. People often share only their highlights. You see their successes, not their struggles. Comparing your whole life to someone else's highlight reel is unfair to you. Focus on your own journey, celebrate your own progress. Remember that everyone is on a different path. Your journey is unique and valuable. Instead of looking sideways at others, look forward at your own goals. Compete with who you were yesterday, not with who someone else is today. This shift in focus is a powerful key to finding your footing. The journey to overcome imposter syndrome is not about eliminating self-doubt forever. Everyone feels insecure sometimes. Even the most successful people in the world have moments where they question their abilities. The goal is not to become fearless. The goal is to learn how to manage the fear. It is about not letting that inner voice of doubt control your actions or define your worth. Freedom comes from knowing that you can feel like an imposter and still move forward. You can feel the fear and still take on that new challenge. You are in charge, not the voice of self-doubt. Embracing your success means learning to see yourself more clearly. It means accepting all parts of you, including your strengths and your accomplishments. You need to internalize the idea that you belong. You have earned your spot at the table. Your contributions matter. This is not about arrogance. It is about quiet confidence. It is about owning your story and your achievements without apology. When you start to believe in your own competence, you give yourself permission to relax. You can focus on learning and growing instead of constantly trying to prove yourself. This is where true professional and personal freedom begins. Think of it as a practice. Every day, you have opportunities to challenge the imposter narrative. You can choose to listen to the evidence of your success instead of the feeling of fraudulence. You can choose to be kind to yourself when you make a mistake. You can choose to celebrate your small wins. Each of these choices helps to build a new, more accurate story about who you are. Over time, this new story will become stronger than the old one. The voice of the imposter will grow quieter, and the voice of your authentic, capable self will grow louder. Ultimately, mastering imposter syndrome is about believing in yourself. It is about accepting that you are good enough, right now, just as you are. You are a work in progress, and that is perfectly okay. You have the right to be proud of how far you have come, and you have the right to be excited about where you are going. So take a deep breath. Acknowledge your hard work. Accept your success. You are not an imposter. You are capable, you are worthy, and you belong. This belief is the key that unlocks the door to a life of confidence and fulfillment.